Hey folks, Dave the Not So Evil EvilViking13 here, and welcome back to my Minutemen Boot Camp Let's Build here at Sunshine Tidings Co-op. And it's actually nighttime right now. That is on purpose because I've been spending a bit too much time as usual working on this build in between recording Let's Build episodes, and I wanted to show you guys what I've got going on over here at nighttime for the target shooting range. And of course the usual disclaimer that almost everything that you see during these Let's Build episodes is most likely not complete. It's still a work in progress, but as you guys can see, I'm having a bit of fun with the lighting setup out here on the target range. I've also been adding some supports to our barn-like shelter for target shooting. And besides all of the light systems, I also have electronic targets, some of which ding when you hit them. Others, though, launch fireworks. There's actually a bunch of DLC stuff that I haven't really even used yet because as the Wasteland Workshop and various other DLCs were coming out, I was working on builds like the castle, or I was working on the castle mod and the Minutemen propaganda mod and all that stuff. So I've done some settlements without using a lot of this new stuff. That should set off our fireworks. There we go. Nice. So yeah, I'm just kind of experimenting just a bit, trying out some new things and seeing what there is to play with that I haven't used before. Got this gigantic mortar thing back here, the junk mortar. Not really sure why, but it's set up to this target right here. I might keep it, I might not, we'll see. But yeah, a bunch of these are hooked up to various fireworks systems, and I've got a bunch of rubberized tires as a bit of a backstop. Alright, Satanic Brahmin just spawned in from the depths of hell right in front of us. And there goes my settler teleporting away too. Not sure what's going on there. Anyway, got some of these nice spotlights here, and these are really awesome because I have a mod that makes them cast shadows, so that looks spooky. And the idea here is I'm gonna fill up this hillside here, which is our natural backstop, with all kinds of different targets to shoot at. I think I actually have some silhouette targets in the poster category that are going to go here too. So that's going to be fun.
I'm just so hungry all the time.
Oh, and I know a bunch of you guys were saying that you weren't a big fan of the concrete wall. Well, again, everything's a work in progress. It's definitely not finished yet. I've been going down and adding some rickety wooden supports because I want it to look like it's not going to just fall over all of a sudden.
Lost track of how many
but
blisters
I just don't like how perfect these concrete shapes are. It worked okay for the central fortifications because I've got stuff around those to break up the perfect concrete shapes, but this wall, when it was just a perfect straight line, just did not look good. It looked way too perfect. And this might be a little bit too rickety, but again, I'm still toying with it and tweaking it, and nothing's finished until the tour happens. So yeah, this wall piece right here actually lined up almost perfectly with that top angle piece with the shape of the wall. So that was nice. Anyway, back here at the shooting range.
You gotta take things one day at a time.
Huh. My settlers are actually pathfinding for the most part. That's nice. But yeah, been putting down some sandbags and stuff like that. I do have some overhead lighting, so it's not totally pitch black in here. Got my chemistry station for crafting, I guess, ammo and fireworks. I don't think I have the actual ammo crafting mod. No, just some of those random outfit mods from Pleasure Island. One of the outfit mods is just like guys tidy whities for Joel's bartender out on Pleasure Island. Got some more sandbags here where somebody was resting a rifle of some kind. You know, gotta get those accurate 15-yard shots. You know, I might put some targets up there on that giant tower too. We'll see. But I've also used one of my electricity mods that limits the amount of wireless power coming off of these conduits to set up some range cold lights. So got our chair here for the range master. You can just flip that switch and all the lights go off, or on I guess, and now the range is cold. I think these are actually, yeah, the overheads are also on their own switch. So you can do some cool nighttime shooting. This is probably the only like electric stuff I'm going to do for this build, because for the most part lights are lights, but I thought it would be cool here to have some different stuff for the shooting range. I'll have to see if I do any stuff with the lights out there. I guess I could put them all on a switch. Tell you what, guys, let's just do that now. Let's put a switch somewhere here. There we go. Do I want to use the one with the pole? I'm going to make sure here that I have the one that has no wireless with it. Will that actually fit right there? Okay, I can disconnect that, and down goes the power, and then just reconnect the switch. And there we have it. We have a shut-off switch for the range. I feel like even with a fusion power generator, you don't want these range lights just burning constantly. That does mean that my elevator is going to have a on-off switch toggled, but, you know, oh well. That's fine. I also need to put some support underneath this new deck system right here. So I'm just going to turn off snapping and put a few of these down. Then we'll take a look at the upstairs part of the shooting range that I've been working on. I'll put a few of these like this. I don't mind that these don't snap. I like the random look. Not too random though. Let's fix that one just a bit. That's looking good. And this one could probably use a support all the way through it for the corner piece. There we go. And then we'll do one like this and one like that. Again, it's a bit too twisted. That looks good. This guy could be the guy that watches the gate here. I imagine I could use some kind of spotlights here for this gate. I'm thinking a defensive tower too. We'll look at that in a minute though. Let me show you guys what I've been working on upstairs here. I've added my own kind of custom scaffolding upstairs. It didn't quite snap where I wanted it to. Let me slow walk here so you guys can see. So I floated a piece into the wall here and just snapped from that basically. I've used place everywhere to make them just a bit rickety. But I wanted to place these myself because I wanted it to be at this height with the window. Let me lower that one just a bit. There we go. So basically this entire window system just lines up nicely and gives you a great overview of the camp. And also you can do some target shooting from up here if you really wanted to. I'll put some, maybe some ammo crates in storage and some carts maybe up here. But I should probably also turn snapping back on. And can I put these pieces here? I don't like that gap right there. I'm not sure what I can do about it. Well, I can place a few of these and then I'll set my place everywhere multiplier to 10 and I'll just scoot it down myself. So that's 7 taps of the key down. There we go. How does that look from down here? Oh yeah, that looks fine. Awesome. Tell you what guys, I'll show you how I'm running the electric because I want to go ahead and just connect all of these red lights together anyway. So let's find our wall conduit. And I want the one that is full-size but weak wireless power. Trying to keep all of this power system controlled. And to get it just going right through the wall here, because that's what I would do, you know, if this was real life, is just run it right through the wall. I just go ahead and connect it first, and then I just use place everywhere to just put it up through the floor, and the wire just follows with it. So yeah, this is it right here. Perfect. I'll just put that into the corner like so. I'll put one up here. And these I shouldn't have to clip. I think I'm gonna do them like, let's see, like this. And I'll just see where the range is on that power. There we go. They clip. Or connect, I guess. It is a lot of overhead wires, though. This one might work better if it were like this. There we go. That way the wire's not right over the staircase as you come up. Cool. Make sure, yep, the red lights are off. Perfect. Now we just go to our lights. You know what? Let's save first because I haven't had a crash in probably a month or two while building settlements, but doing this wiring stuff makes me worry that I'll lose like 10 or 15 minutes of tediousness if I'm not careful. These are mostly modded lights. Oh! The wall oil lamp I was thinking would be perfect for over here because this will be a storage room. I don't really care about power for this particular building, so let's see. I really hope those vault lights are down here. Aha. Wall light red. These are nice because they're pretty low impact on the old FPS. They don't cast shadows and their radius of light is pretty small. That's gonna float. But I can fix that too. Oop. Let's make that step size smaller. Okay. I'm just now realizing I really should have turned the power on before I started lining these up. Let's just assume, though, that that's going to work. Okay, let's hit the switch. And nothing up here, but I might have to actually move these just a bit to get him to come on. There we go. Yeah, with that weak wireless power, you gotta kind of place the lights first. And I'll test the off switch once again. Nice! Awesome. I will quick save there. Look at you pathfinding. And I am going to leave the floor in here pretty pristine. This one's tilted just a bit, but I like this intersecting floor setup right here. It looks pretty cool. Well, what's next? Got the lights on. You know, I haven't tried the elevator yet. Let's see how far this goes.
Here to spy on me.
Nice. So that lines up basically with the top of this. Oop, silo, don't fall. With a bit of maneuvering, this could be the start of a tower platform for up there. I'm not really sure how far this settlement goes up elevation-wise, so we'll see if that works. And I think I have a possible name for the camp, if not the central fort, thanks to you guys. Right now it's Camp McGann, which was the previous Minutemen general. I'm wearing his clothes. I guess least I could do is honor his memory. Or something like that. Also got that on a switch. Let's stay focused though. I'm gonna place some targets out here. I usually pause the time of day when I work so I can get the best possible light. But it's kind of cool with these lighting setups to just do this at night. You guys know where this is going. All of the Nuka World cutouts. Not Mr. Cappy. Actually, let's move these bottles down here because I'm going to use those king ones, whatever they are, for the back row. So I'll put a bottle over here. And it's got to rotate some. Make it fit. Look good. Yeah, these, what are these? It's like Nuka-Cola royalty. That'll be our back row targets here. In case you guys couldn't tell, I haven't gotten super far into Nuka World because I've been finishing up Far Harbor. But I do have some of the stuff unlocked, it looks like. Let's see. Fake bushes, perfect. Information. What is this? Just a sign. First aid. Yeah, I'll probably have a first aid station in here. That makes sense. I like how Bethesda textured both sides of the arrow so you can just flip it. Smart. See, gift shop, restrooms, theater. What is this? Oh, a blank sign. Oh, that's cool. Exit, enter. Information. If you spit from this ride, you may be removed from park. That's really cool how it's just a blank arrow. I'm gonna flop that one around. Do it like that because I want this to be the range sign. Well, that's backwards. Alright, arrow, don't you fight me here. I wish I could actually use the neon sign for this, but the neon signs actually cast electricity, which drives me crazy. So if I use the neon lettering on this sign, it'll mess up my lights inside and they'll all be on constantly. That's facing the wrong way. Let's tilt that just a bit. Scoot it. Oh, right through the wall. Go back. Nope, not you. That's pretty close. Where are the lettering? There we go. Ammo, armor, guns, mod, storage, weapons. I'll just spell it out, I guess. Okay, door, don't get in the way. That is smaller than I thought. Not sold on that yet. I'll just do the one sign and you guys tell me what you think. Miscellaneous. Got our Nuka-Cola clock here for keeping range time, and our sign is clipping through. Fix it? There we go. Let's go back to the Nuka World stuff and grab some more targets. Suppose it's time for a quick save.
My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
Nice, they're pretty static, so they'll work well as targets. There goes the mortar. Hey buddy, you're kind of out in the shooting range here. I think these are all arcade games. These balls might make for fun moving targets. I doubt they'll take many hits, but why not? Oh, they have physics. That's cool. What's this? Prizes? Nuka prizes? Nuka games? Nuka tickets? Okay. Kitty Kingdom. The throne. Green gumdrop. Just imagining dragging all of this junk back from the theme park to shoot at. What poor settler had to do that? Get the park map. Doesn't really make sense here, but these creepy fellows sure do. Let's see. Let's just use a couple of these because these would be even harder to get back. This is great. Okay. Little Cappy up here. I'll rotate you just a bit. And one more super creepy one up here. With his buddy. That's a pretty sweet shooting range. What was gonna be next? Okay, I'm thinking that I remember. I'm gonna put, oh yeah, these targets right here, these posts. Gonna give them some actual targets. To do that, we're gonna go to the mod that I use with plywood, and we're gonna put a couple pieces down. Let's see. Is that gonna cover targets up? Oh yes, that was covering a bunch of targets up. So I'll put that down some. Or put it down a lot. Got some plywood. Just gonna rotate that like so. Plywood number 2. Gonna move you down there. Grab this one. And just rotate. There we are. Have any more of those posts? Let's actually pull you guys forward a bit. Where's our range? Okay, this is pretty great. For the last couple of pieces, I'm going to use this corrugated metal piece, maybe? Yeah. I'll put that one back here. And then finally, for this fence post right here, I'm just going to use a plank, hopefully a small one, small-ish one, and just put it like this. Nice. So we're all set up to actually place some paper targets. I'm gonna go ahead and pause time, just because the sun is about perfect for building. And we can also turn these lights off.
Time I had clean fingernails.
This is looking pretty cool. And then the Vault Boy statue up front. I'm kind of imagining him as like a hostage target where you try to shoot around him without, you know, hitting the statue. Or that idiot that's just wandering right through the range. I'll have to do some searching and see if I can find some actual idle animation points to get some of these settlers to actually target shoot. Fortunately, guys, I think the posters are just going to be under the main category for signs. Is that like a weapon sign? Bombshell Betty? That could be a cool sign for the side of here. I'll consider it. Whoa. Frame timing's got a little bit crazy there. Let's see. Man, I made a lot of signs for Pleasure Island. Having texturing flashbacks here, guys. Now, the propaganda. Let's talk about that as I'm scrolling through all these signs. This settlement will, of course, have propaganda. It's a training center. But, not quite the same level of propaganda that, say, a settlement with lots of just settlers staying at it might have, because after all, if you're here, you've already joined and you're in training. So I imagine that it would be more of like the US military propaganda versus the like MINUTEMEN, we're, you know, saving your family propaganda. Fun with bunting. Which is kind of funny because if you're seeing the front of the bunting, you're probably not where you should be. It means you're downrange somewhere. Woo! That frame timing lag. I think it's the signs category. It's so crowded. I don't know. It looks cool. I'll leave that bunting for now. MINUTEMEN headquarters, armory, barracks, research, restricted, yard. Yeah, the armory won't be, you know, a part of the shooting range. That's for training. Sheriff's office. Tavern, clothing, electrical guns, junk, kitchen, plumbing, tools. My science category is more than a bit nuts, as you guys can see. What is this? Oh, a random ghoul sign. And some non-lore friendly graffiti that will never ever get placed. Guns, guns, guns. I wonder if I could find a use for that sign. I don't really see us, you know, selling a whole bunch of guns though. I do like this old locker. This is the kind of scenario where I imagine you've been issued a gun for training and for your service to the Minutemen. But who knows, maybe you can buy nicer guns. For a small fee, of course. I like these old rusted lockers, so I'm going to put one for each one of the shooting areas too. Ah, the target's out there. That's awesome. It's basically exactly what I had in mind when I took a good look at that hillside. Might add some rooftop targets too. After all, like I talked about on my recent backyard battlefield real-world firearm video, there's nothing quite like shooting steel. So I might put some additional steel statue targets up there on the hillside. And maybe on top of the building too, like on the rooftop. Order is safety. Work together and we can rebuild. I'll put a few of these down. Perhaps a we're stronger together sign for in here. And then I'll put the order is safety sign out here. We're stronger together. Protected by the Minutemen. Turn off my workshop timeout timer. Protected by the Minutemen. As if you couldn't tell from the gigantic flags on the central fortress. Let's see. Courage today, victory tomorrow. See, these are the kind of posters that I'm really imagining all over the place. This being a military training settlement. Even if it's stuff that doesn't quite make sense because you can't buy war bonds, it's stuff that maybe my men have seen around the Commonwealth and I've snapped up to bring back as inspiration. You know, before the war times when America was not a nuclear wasteland, I guess. Almost forgotten what I was looking for here. Oh, right, the silhouette posters. They're in here somewhere. I'm almost positive. Put a few posters in here. Don't wait for the draft. Volunteer. Too much for that corner. This corner, though, perfect. Christmas, beware, drink only approved water. Most of these are from mods. A few are mods that I've gone back and modified with custom textures. Some of the weird ones are from Joel's Pleasure Island, like his Norman film here. Shout out for normanthefilm.com. Lend Uncle Sam a hand, enlist today. Now, this is talking about enlistment. So that would go well on the outside. Got one for bounties. Oh man, those targets had better be in here, guys. I'm getting nervous about the lag here. I need to go through my science category. Ah, found him. And yes, that one is in fact Preston. Perfect. I installed this mod, man, probably in like February. Don't think I've ever actually used it. Now is the time. Got our Preston target. I'll put one front and center here too. Got your classic bad guy in the fedora with the 6-shooter. A staple at any gun range. Whew, it is hard to find the hitbox for that poster. In fact, I'm not finding that hitbox at all. Yeah, even the console here is not quite picking it up. Can I get it from behind? I can't even grab onto that poster from behind. There we go. Woo! Thought I had gotten it stuck there for a second. Yeah, there's just so many objects right here that I'm stacking up that it's just being really, really finicky. I can back that up just a bit. I'll tell you what I really ought to do is... Sorry about this, guys. Once I get the highlight on it again... There we go. I can hit... What is it? F7. Object locked. Okay. So now I can just leave it selected and get it into place and then unlock it when I'm finished. There we go. Do the same thing just because these are being a bit picky. Just lock it. This one should probably be rotated like... Yeah, like that. Perfect. Can unlock that again. And silhouette. Silhouette. Big target on top. Lock that. And then unlock it. Whoop. Oh, nice. I can just undo that. I love the undo function. That's amazing for an in-game script, basically. Ugh. What's not amazing is getting the poster lost. Can I undo that? I can undo it! Yes, let's just lock it again. Oh, man. So yeah, I almost did it again. Is that floating too much? No, that works fine. Lock the poster. These textures are just so thin. Object unlocked. Whoops. I forgot to unlock it after I had finished. Let's do that again. There we go. So that's 2 bad guys, some silhouette targets, 2 Prestons. I'm gonna put one right over Gabby's face, or I guess that's Bottle. Yeah. And unlock that. What else can I put out here? That one should really go down some. Got one more board back here. Gonna make that a silhouette target. And push it back just a tiny bit. And I think all that leaves, guys, is this one right. Nope. I forgot to unlock it. Okay, it's fine. There's one more post right here. I'm going to hang a target from. Maybe even 2. Then I have an idea for the tires in the back. That is floating a bunch. I'll lock that. Rotate. That's shrinking down some. That's okay. I'll do one like that. And then one like that. And tilt it just the tiniest bit. These tires back here could use some targets, I think. They just look to be the perfect size for it. So I'm going to quick save before I do anything else because I was very far inside of the signs category, and if this crashed after all that careful placement, I might have cried. Nobody wants to hear that. Let me go back into workshop mode and we'll get those tire posters. Now look, it actually remembered my placement in the signs category. Well, I don't usually trust that, but it worked here, so good to know. Don't think there's much I really want to place from the end here. I usually do sign passes like throughout the entire settlement before I consider it complete. So I'm not gonna, you know, go through and try and pick every single one of these that I'm gonna want to place by the end. So I'll be here all night, and I'll still go back later anyway. Restricted area. I'll put one over here too. Come on, snap. There we go. And here I thought we were at the end of the signs. Alright, well that's enough signs for now, guys. Let's just get back to these totally not signs, because they're targets. Get them lined up. Lock. These can float a bit. They don't have to be 100% perfect. They're all the way in the back. Yeah, that one's fine. Okay, go away signs category. Let me go back down here, guys. Why is there still corn right here?
Seems to be growing well.
Now that looks like it's all set for some target shooting. I'm gonna get rid of this corn. I also placed this gravel wall to help with ricochets and whatnot. Which makes you wonder, why did I put a window there anyway? Let's put a slight bit of fence in here. Let's see, fences. Just the wire fence. Turn snapping. Oh, it's already on. Could you guys just not? I'll place this piece first. Come on, guys. I'm trying to work here. If I put that back in that direction and snap that like that, get the Brahmin out of the way, hopefully. There we go. I can get our wire fence like that. Just enough for maintenance access. Let's go back to fences for a second. Can I actually place some barriers? It's gonna do that's pretty big actually. That's too big. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to make do without a big fancy backsplash barrier. This one's got to go back just a bit. It's kind of hidden. Looking at the down angle that you have to shoot at from up here. There we go. Now it's a shoot around Vault Boy's head. Okay, so again, basically everything that you see in these videos is still a work in progress, but before I call the range done for now, I want to add just those last couple metal targets on top before I forget about them. Oh, and the fake bushes. Just a couple of those. Which is funny because we have some actual real bushes in here too. But just to make the target shooting a little more challenging, put a couple of those in there too. So when you miss, you can tell you shot the bush. What was I doing? I think it was the metal statues, right? Yeah, yeah, for the rooftop. Miscellaneous. Gotta do a big old bottle on the roof. He's laying down in everything. It's perfect. Oh. And then, yes, a cappy on the rooftop edge. Just turn snapping off for a second. Yes. Well, hi, you kids. Come on, get up there. Oh well, that might work. Except for they're too clustered. Put one there. Yes. Okay, guys, let's try it out before I keep building here for a few more minutes. Running kind of low on time, but get out the old 1911 here. Go to our target shooting booth. Awesome. Know your place, Preston. Know your place. And then scoped too. Is that actually going to spin those? Odd. The Far Harbor rifle is not really spinning the targets, but the range does appear to be completely functional. And, wow, that was a lot of fun to build, guys. Let's check it out just for a second from upstairs. Nice. Feel sorry for anybody that lives back there. Oh, psh, it's the edge of the map. Not even real out there. Like I said, that took up quite a bit of time. Fun, but a lot of time, so I won't work on the walls or anything else like I was thinking about doing for today. Also, no time to work on the commander's house. I was thinking, though, you guys were pointing out that it was kind of funny that I had a place to stay just for me in every single one of my settlements, and you've kind of got a point, but on the other hand, I think General Dave deserves it. So what I think I'll do is, this will be the commander's cabin, the commander of the boot camp, and it's his unless I'm staying here, in which case he sleeps in the barracks and I take over the hopefully well-kept cabin. Speaking of, that's what I'm gonna do next. To wrap things up for today, guys, I want to look at additional cabin placement because, of course, the cabin back here is now being used for our target shooting range. And then I think it was, oh yeah, that one over there is going to be storage because it's, well, it's next to the target shooting range. And the front door is sealed up, which is not very helpful. Got a wall section to put in here. So that leaves just, I think, 3 cabins in total. 1, maybe 4, 2, commander's cabin, unless I'm here. 3, 4. Yeah, okay, so we got 4 cabins. I think we can probably use more. And thanks to, I think it's the Homemaker mod, I can actually place these cabins myself. Yeah, I don't think the AI pathfinds with these yet. I know that he has a warning here that these don't have nav meshing, but they were also working on updates for the Homemaker mod that actually was going to have a navigational meshing so the AI could actually use them. I'm just not sure if, you know, the cabins are one of the models that have been updated. So we'll see. It's my pre-war home. That's not lore friendly. House and carport foundation. Yeah, let's just stick to the good old cabins here. Perhaps not the one missing the entire back wall. And let me see if I can fit another cabin in somewhere like this maybe. Well, that's not great with that window there. But these are actually really, really big cabins. That might fit there. Nope, it's got to go up in elevation some. Oh, a lot actually. Yeah, I'm going to place a couple of these, and you guys tell me what you think of the placements. For instance, this one right here. I might be able to fit two. Stairs make it kind of difficult. But I can clip them together just a bit, perhaps. That wall might have to go out just a bit to fit a second cabin there, and the AI might get completely stuck on it, but I'm just trying to figure out how I can keep my parade field here and still get a couple of extra cabins in. Now for this one, I would be adding some stone supports underneath. And possibly turning this window into a solid wall too. Really hope these have nav meshing. A little bit of grass clipping through is not bad. I just don't want there to be dirt. Okay, guys. Those are the two additional cabins that I'm thinking of adding. What I'll do, if this placement works out, is I will just, again, using place everywhere to just go right outside of the build limit just a tiny bit, or the build area. And I would bring the wall around like that. A minor bit of tree inside. I can work with that though. I just think we could use the actual extra, you know, bunk space, since one of these cabins is gonna get shot to pieces. Oh, there we go. Let's get rid of that guard booth. This could work. Oh, I can rotate this too. Oh, not like that. There we go. Line it up much, much better. It's gonna get crowded in here. But like I mentioned with the target shooting range, this is almost perfectly coming together like I had imagined it. So, yeah. I think I can work with that and that. And I'll show you guys what I would do for stairs here. For any cabins that we're going to have to float to make them work. Let's do... Oh yeah, thematic and practical. I actually have not used any of his stuff yet, but I will be. Guard posts, nice. Oh yeah, those are going to come in handy. I love that it's part of the wall, basically. That is awesome. This one could actually go right here. It's even got barbed wire on it. Very cool. What was I doing? Decorations plywood. Oh, nice. Oh man, I really want to get rid of that bloated plywood mod now with all the boards that I was using out there in the target range, but I have been using that mod as bloated as it is for, oh man, most of the year. I mean, it's in most of my builds, so guess it's too late to get rid of that. Now, how did I forget this, guys? It's not a target shooting range without an old car out there to get shot to pieces. Let's see. I'll move that cappy out of the way. Make room for the car. Nice. Oh, I was looking at the rocks and stairs. That's right. I think the concrete stairs are going to be under structures, and then homemaker and miscellaneous. There's the cinder block. But I thought that, yes, stairs, here we go. So that would go here. And then to make the supports look natural. Resources, vault, slot machine. Oh, decorations, landscape. Woo. Been at this for a while, guys. I'm starting to lose it just a bit. Here's the flat rock I was looking for. So that would just kind of go like that. I did basically the same thing for the shack foundation, or the cabin foundation, that is, at the fake vault at 10 Pines Bluff. Just use these rock pieces to add to those reinforcements. Get under there. And add a little bit of extra just to make it convincing. Like so. fact, we could even do a bigger rock. Or two. Yeah, these are temporary placeholders, as you guys can see. The workbench there, but time for a quick save. Let's go into free cam so you guys can see an overview before we call it for today. This is what our camp is looking like. Take a screenshot there. It's more cluttered than I was expecting, but I'm not super surprised. Most of my builds end up packed pretty dense. But that's enough room to have a nice training camp. And there's plenty of room outside for, you know, marching around, exercising, doing some long-range target shooting, perhaps from a tower of some kind up here. Yeah, I think this was a good choice for the location, where we can make our Minutemen army come to life. I'm definitely feeling quite inspired by this build still so far. And yeah, I'm looking forward to our next build episode. Until then, as always, you guys are welcome to post your suggestions and feedback into the comments. I do read over basically all of them if I can. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.